You want to make up that you're trustworthy again? Then live the right way in your relationship. That's the very obvious thing that I can say is that you can never erase what happened in the past, okay? That person can only forgive you, but cannot forget maybe. But in order for you to have a successful relationship in your life and to prove that you're trustworthy again, you have to live the right way, guys, day by day in front of your partner. Hello everyone, thank you so much for coming to our YouTube channel, Innocent Love. Really appreciate that. Today we're going to have our last message regarding our 4-part series regarding why does my partner not trust me. This is going to be the last episode, and the one it is called Proof That You Are Trustworthy, okay? This is going to be the last one. If you guys have not seen the previous ones yet, I suggest you go back to the very beginning. It was like 2 weeks ago or something like that. I'm just guessing right now. The very first one was called Why Does My Partner Not Trust Me? The second one was called I Have Trust Issues. The third one was called How to Trust Your Partner Again. And today's video will be Proof That You Are Trustworthy, okay? So for those who have not seen the whole picture of that, make sure you watch these videos as well. You can watch this one here, but then also go back and watch the other ones, you know. Really appreciate that. So you have the whole picture of everything, because there's different sides and different angles of what is going on. I gotta make sure I look into this camera because I look over to the screen, and I'm gonna make sure I look at you guys, okay? So with that said, what can you do? First of all, guys, if you like what you hear, make sure you like, share, subscribe to this channel. Would really appreciate that. We want to grow. We're very motivated. Our intention really is to help you guys have a successful relationship in your life. That is our motivation of why we're doing Innocent Love. So with that said, guys, what can you do to prove to yourself that you are trustworthy again? Okay. First of all, if you love your partner, you really care about her, you really care about him, and you really feel sorry of what you did to that person, okay? Make amends, make a woman's, whatever you want to call that, and prove to that person that you are trustworthy by living that way, the way that he or she expects in a relationship, okay? That's the very first part. You cannot delete the past. You cannot undo what you have done, but you can do better in the future, okay? That's the very first thing that you should do, okay? Cut a clean slate, okay? Start from zero. Make sure you make up for whatever you did in your life, okay? Prove through her, to her or to him in your life, you will love that person. You want to make up that you're trustworthy again, then live the right way in your relationship. That's the very obvious thing that I can say is that you can never erase what happened in the past, okay? That person can only forgive you, but cannot forget maybe. But in order for you to have a successful relationship in your life and to prove that you're trustworthy again, you have to live the right way, guys, day by day in front of your partner. Do the right thing. Don't do the wrong thing in your life. Okay, that's a very obvious thing of what you can do to be trustworthy again. And guess what? It doesn't come overnight. The person's not going to trust you the next day. If you did something wrong the previous day, you know, you cheated on her, you cheated on him, or you lied, or you did something behind her back or his back that wasn't right, don't expect that person to trust you again the next day. Okay, it's not going to happen right like that, okay? It's going to take a while. It's going to take weeks, depending on the person's mentality. It may take years, no matter how, depending how devastating it was. But the fact that the person is sticking with you for years after the person is still struggling to trust you means that the person loves you enough to stick around with you, rather than not giving up on you and dumping you into the dumpster, but rather stick around even though the person doesn't really trust you yet. You know what? You have to give her or him some slack, okay? Because the person is working on being with you regardless, okay? If a person gives up on you and dumps you, then that person really never really loved you in the first place, or maybe didn't love you enough to stick around with you. But the fact that the person is still there, but still struggles to trust you, the fact that the person is still there means that the person loves you enough to make this relationship work in your life. Okay? So you got to give him or her some slack. Okay? But back to you. In order to prove that you are trustworthy, this is the very first thing that you should do. Don't even think about anything else. Just do the right thing from here on out. Okay? You can't erase the past. You cannot say, I'm so sorry that I did this. Yes, you can say it, and you should say it. You should show remorse towards your partner that you did it. Whatever that is. But then at that point on, you got to prove it by living the right way. You got to prove it by showing him or her that you have changed, that you do things right from now on out. Okay? The person already shows you that the person loves you enough to stick around, but now it's your part to prove to him or her that you have learned your lesson, that you feel sorry about it, and you got to live the right way from here on out. Okay? This is the way you can show yourself trustworthy for her. And this is really, honestly, I gotta say, this is pretty much the only way you can prove you're trustworthy again. Or maybe two ways. Number one is you really sincerely gotta apologize and say, I'm so sorry. Okay? And the other way really is you gotta show her through evidence, through facts, on a day-by-day living that you are trustworthy. But don't rely upon her or him trusting you right away or expect, hey, I've been doing the right thing for the last... First of all, if you do this like this, that means that you have a time limit on how long and until you do the bad things all over again. So don't even do that, okay? If you really sincerely want to prove to him or her that you're trustworthy, then be patient with her or him until they're going to accept, I trust you again. And why are you waiting for it anyway? Why are you waiting for her to physically telling you, I trust you now? Okay? Why? Just live day by day. As long as the issue doesn't come up, you're already in the right place. And the happier she gets, the happier he gets with you, that means the more the person has forgotten that person has trust issues with you. Just live. Don't be working on, okay, I've been doing so well for the last 2 years. Does she trust me now? Well, obviously she did, or he did, because otherwise she wouldn't be sticking around with you anymore. So this is a dumb question. Okay? Just go with the flow and enjoy the fact that things are back to normal in your relationship. Okay? Don't put that expiration date on your head thinking, okay, does she trust me now? Why? Why are you waiting for this? Just live day by day. You may be dead tomorrow. Okay? For goodness sake. Okay? You're missing out on everything because you're keeping a track on your record, on your relationship. And you're missing out on the beautiful part of a relationship. Relationship is a moving, it does not stand still. It's not a photograph that you put in the picture on the wall and say, that's my relationship. That's the beginning, the middle, and the end of the relationship. A relationship is moving. It's day by day. And if you focus on all these things in the past, you're missing out on what's going on in a relationship. Okay? Your relationship is a day by day living. Okay? So as long as you have peace in your relationship, she already has forgiven you. He already has forgiven you. He or she already moved on from the problem of I have trust issues because you've been doing so well. This is great, but this is the way you can prove that you are trustworthy. Okay? Do the right thing. Okay? If you love him, if you love her, do the right thing. Okay? Now, but in the same time, before I come to the end, in the same time, if the person is manipulative and the person is controlling you in a certain way to trying to make you in a person that you are not, this is also not good. You want to be able to be who you are, but you want to be able to change enough for your relationship's sake that is fair to the other partner as well, and that is reasonable and logic. If you, like, for example, cheated on the person, yes, you want to get that out of your life for the other person. But if the person asks you, what, I want you to stay away from your parents because they're not good, don't talk to them anymore. And if you really love me, and you wouldn't be this, I trust you that you don't talk to them anymore, there's a boundary, okay? You have a right to see your parents, okay? And don't let the other person take advantage of that as well. There's a middle ground, you know? Basically, whatever makes sense, you know? Yes, you change that for the sake of your relationship, and you change for that person for that, so that the person can trust you more or trust you all together. But if it's something that goes against your morals, against your family, or anything that is like right in the eyes of God, just for the relationship's sake, then it is an ignorant part on his or her part. Okay, it is ignorant, and there's a balance. So if you see a lot of signs like that, and the person is trying to manipulate you and control you out of the normal things that you think are right in life, and there's nothing wrong with this, based on God's standards, then that person may not even be good for you. If this goes on for a long time in your life like that, then you got to be careful, okay? So don't go and put yourself into or make yourself a slave in your relationship and say, you know what, I got to prove that I'm trustworthy, so I'm doing everything she or he does so that I can please her, so that she trusts me. But in the same time, you're literally giving up everything about yourself. You're giving up your moral standards. You're giving up your family. You're giving up what you truly believe in your own heart. Then you're making yourself into a slave, okay? So you guys, women out there or men out there who think, oh yes, keep telling him this, yes, so that they do what I say. No, you are being manipulative, okay? I'm talking to the other side now. You are being manipulative, and you are doing the wrong thing, okay? Don't control your partner, okay? The partner is trying to change for you in order that you can trust him or her, but at the same time, don't use that to control the other person, to say, hey, you know what? If that's the case, I can just pull that person all the way and make him or her my own puppet in my own life, okay? But don't do that either, okay? There's a balance. You gotta love and respect one another in your relationship, okay? Extremely important. So please remember that as well, okay? But for you, in order for you to trust or prove your trustworthiness, make sure that you just do the right thing and don't do whatever you did that caused the other person not to trust you anymore. If you love that person so much, then do this. And that's the only thing you really can do in order to become trustworthy again. That is the answer. So, guys, I think this is it. I think I talked about all the perspective regarding trust and trust issues and whatever you want to call that. So I hope that I have answered all of your questions, but make sure if you have not heard everything about this topic, make sure you go back, because it's a four-part series, and make sure you see all of these videos in order to have the whole perspective regarding trust, okay? So with that said, guys, if you like what you heard, and if you have anything you want to comment below regarding this particular topic, you know, please let me know. If you have any other reasons of any other ways you think you can prove that you're trustworthy again, please let me know. I'd like to hear that. I will comment. I will respond to that. Okay? So guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, and comment. And with that said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Peace out. Hey guys, did you like what you heard? Make sure you check out the previous video that is related to this particular video, okay? How to trust your partner again. Coming up next.